a WikiVidi documentaries production. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Enjoy. Johnny English. Johnny English is a 2003 British spy comedy film directed by Peter Howitt and written by Neal Purvis, Robert Wade, and William Davies. It is a British-American venture produced by StudioCanal, Working Title Films, and Universal Pictures. Starring Rowan Atkinson, Natalie Imbruglia, Ben Miller, and John Malkovich, it is the first installment of the Johnny English film series and serves as a parody/homage to the spy genre. Mainly the James Bond film series as well as Atkinson's character Mr. Bean. Released theatrically in the United States on July 18, 2003, the film met with mixed reviews from critics, but was commercially successful, having grossed $160 million worldwide against a budget of $40 million. The film was released in the United Kingdom on April 11, 2003 and topped the country's box office for the next 3 weekends, before being overtaken by X2. Due to its commercial success, it was followed by 2 sequels, Johnny English Reborn and Johnny English Strikes Again in 2011 and 2018, respectively. Plot: Johnny English is a kind-hearted, but inept MI7 secret agent with dreams of being their most trusted employee. After Agent 1 dies in a submarine accident unknowingly caused by English, the remaining agents are assassinated via bombing at Agent 1's funeral, leaving English as the lone surviving agent capable of finishing the mission Agent 1 left when he died. English is assigned to thwart a plot to steal the crown jewels, which are on display at the Tower of London. During the display, the tower suddenly suffers a blackout and the jewels are stolen. During the chaos, English accidentally knocks out the deputy head of security and pretends to fight an assailant out of sight. He later makes up a false description of the assailant to MI7 head Pegasus. English and his assistant Angus Bow find that the jewels were removed via a hole dug beneath their display case. The two follow a tunnel where they confront the two thieves Dieter Klein and Klaus Vendetta, who escape in a hearse, with English trying to pursue them, but he mistakes another hearse for the escaped vehicle, to which he accidentally gate-crashes a funeral until Bow comes to his aid by pretending English is an escaped mental patient. English connects the thieves to Pascal Savage, a French prison entrepreneur who helped restore the crown jewels. Pegasus finds the claims of his involvement absurd and warns English not to involve Savage. In the car park, English and Bow are attacked by Vendetta, but are unharmed. English again encounters Lorna in a sushi restaurant as he recognized her motorcycle. During their meeting, English is suspicious of her since he has seen her at 2 of their crime scenes and her records cannot be found on any government computer. English and Bow then decide to break into Sauvage's headquarters via parachutes, but English mistakenly lands on a visually identical tower which turns out to be the city hospital. Going to the correct building, the two learn that Savage, who is a descendant of Charles Edward Stuart, plans on making himself king, using an impostor to impersonate the Archbishop of Canterbury. Lorna arrives, revealed to be an Interpol agent tracking Savage. With evidence of Sauvage's involvement, English crashes a reception hosted by Savage, but he is suspended from work by Pegasus for his actions. With English knowing their plans, Savage scraps the fake Archbishop and instead sends his minions to force Queen Elizabeth II to abdicate by threatening her corgis, causing the entire line of succession to be swept clean for Savage to become king. Lorna, now in charge of the assignment by Pegasus, visits the depressed English and convinces him to travel with her to Sauvage's French chateau to investigate, eavesdropping on Sauvage's meeting with renowned criminals. English and Lorna learn Savage plans to turn the United Kingdom into the world's biggest prison when he becomes king. English and Lorna are exposed when the former accidentally activates a microphone, and they are taken prisoners. English tries to steal the DVD of Sauvage's plan, but accidentally drops it onto a tray of identical discs and takes the wrong one without looking. Bow rescues the two and they race to stop Sauvage's coronation. English crashes the coronation and discovers the Archbishop is the genuine article. Undeterred, English orders Bow to play the DVD. only to find it is camera footage of himself dancing in his bathroom in his underclothes to Does Your Mother Know, by ABBA. Savage having bugged English's flat beforehand, English sneaks away, but swings in on a wire to steal St. Edward's crown from Savage. Savage then attempts to kill English with a pistol, causing him to drop the crown. Moments before Savage is crowned king, English drops from the wire after being shot, lands on the throne and is crowned instead. Because of the crowning laws, English is now technically the King of England. In his singular act as King, English has Savage arrested and restores the Queen to the throne by simply requesting a knighthood as a reward. English and Lorna then drive to southern France for a romantic holiday, only for English to accidentally launch Lorna out of the car by pressing the ejection seat button while attempting to kiss her. In a mid-credits scene, Lorna lands in a hotel swimming pool where Bao is seen vacationing, as well as a man identical to the assailant that English described to Pegasus earlier in the film. Production. In March 2000, before the release of Maybe Baby, Atkinson signed up to star as a spoof 007, with the news becoming official. In July 2002, Johnny English started principal photography. The film shot for 14 weeks. Filming at Shepperton Studios, on location in London and St Albans, and finally setting down in Monte Carlo for 2 days to complete filming the final scene. In September 2002, it was announced that Natalie Imbruglia, who wrote the theme tune for Johnny English, would star alongside Atkinson. The character of Johnny English himself is based on a similar character called Richard Latham, who was played by Atkinson in a series of British television advertisements for Barclaycard. The character of Bao was retained from the advertisements, though another actor, Henry Naylor, played the part in the ads. Some of the gags from the advertisements made it into the film, including English incorrectly identifying a waiter, and inadvertently shooting himself with a tranquilizer ballpoint pen. Reception. On Rotten Tomatoes, the film has an approval rating of 33% based on 118 reviews with an average rating of 4.8. The site's critical consensus reads, "A tame spy spoof that elicits infrequent chuckles." On Metacritic, the film has a score of 51 out of 100 based on 32 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Sequels. A sequel, titled Johnny English Reborn, was released in October 2011. In September 2010, filming for the sequel began, 7 years after the release of the original, and concluded in March 2011. The film follows Johnny English, now training in Asia after being disgraced in an earlier mission, as he attempts to foil a plot to assassinate the Chinese premier, while a traitor is found in MI7. And English has to deal with being framed. In May 2017, it was announced that pre-production had begun on a third film titled Johnny English Strikes Again, set to be released in October 2018. Brought to you by WikiVidi Documentaries. Would you like to know more?